welcome to another Rise of the 1% podcast, and I am G Bass. In today's episode, I got alongside me, once again, my brother, Bri Williams. I want to first of all start off by saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
2026.
Happy New Year 2026. Yes, definitely. And Bri, I want to start off with talking about the Drake federal RICO case.
Ooh, we just was, when I just saying you can't cry about it and do it.
Yeah, you did say that.
I just said that.
You did say that.
Just said that.
Yeah.
What's going on with it?
What's going on with it pretty much is Drake and another guy named Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross is a big live streamer. Mm-hmm. And this other guy named George Nguyen, that's his name. Pretty much, they are partnered up with a gambling company called Stake. And they pretty much was getting their audiences and their followers to actually sign up for this particular gambling platform. And pretty much what this article that I read today was saying is that they was, for one, getting a lot of their audience and their following addicted to gambling. Through this particular platform. They say Drake was doing some giveaways, also doing some live streams where he was actually gambling on the lives with the audience. But also they were saying that Drake, Aiden Ross, and this guy George as well was using this tipping part of the platform to actually exchange money amongst each other. And they were saying that's not something you're not supposed to be doing. And then they said that they was taking the proceeds from this partnership they had with Stake in terms of getting all these people in terms of their audience and followers to sign up for Stake. They was taking the proceeds and using that money to invest into bots to boost up Drake's streams on Spotify and streaming forums as well to actually boost up his streams to keep him number one on Spotify. Yeah, so they have a federal RICO case out of the state of Virginia right now for Drake. And like I say, Aiden Ross and this guy named George. So what's some of your thoughts on this? Even though I know we talked about Drake not too long ago, something a little similar to this, but what's some of your thoughts?
I would say, first and foremost, I don't want to see nobody go to jail.
Right.
That's just where I stand in general.
Yeah.
However, just speaking on how what we spoke about maybe a couple shows ago.
And by the way, too, Bri, this is a civil suit too.
Okay, so it's
so hopefully it don't cross over.
It's just money.
Right.
The worst case scenario, they lose some money.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with that said, man, well, like you can't cry about it and then go do it.
Right.
Because Drake was just crying about how
with the Kendrick Lamar situation. Yeah.
How they did that and now he's doing it.
That,
you know, to me, once again, that but, cotton. You know, and it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. If it worked for you, it worked for you. But in my book, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't change that stance.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So
now what do you think about them saying that the people signing up for Stake are becoming addicted to gambling? I mean, do you think that should fall on Drake and Aiden Ross and this guy George, or do you think, people have to make their own decisions in terms of when it comes to gambling and things of that nature? What do you think there?
So with gambling, I think that's if you 18 and over, or if you're 21, whatever the legal age it is for you to do it, that's what it is. Yeah. You know what you're doing. Now, you got some people that do well at it. Yeah. And some people that's not, that don't do well at it. So for the ones that do well at it, you can't punish them for what, for somebody. Some people take the time, do the research. Yeah. Because it can become a business for some people. I've seen several people that take gambling and, make it a not saying a business, but they support themselves with it. And, it is what it is. So I can't say that they're the reason why people gambling, I can't say that. Okay. That's unfair to me. Yeah. To throw your whole vice because you got a vice, you got a addiction. It ain't a problem with gambling. It's the addiction part of it. Like with everything. Right. everything used in moderation is okay.
Right. I agree.
If you spending your last to do this,
yeah,
that's what become a problem. Now, one thing I do see when it comes to gambling, I was just speaking on that with somebody. Them machines in the gas stations, that's a problem.
Okay, why is that a problem?
It's computer generated.
Okay.
The computer already know who gonna win, when you gonna win, and all this stuff to me. Now, like I said, I don't know. This is what I feel.
Yeah.
It's computer generated.
Yeah.
The computer not gonna let you win. You're not set to win. You know what I mean? That's not how this works. If anybody, to me, even with Vegas, when you look at these odds, the odds are not in your favor. So when you go over, and now that's on even table games.
Yeah.
If you go over to a machine, you think this machine gonna let you beat it?
Yeah.
You know, think about when we was kids playing Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Every time you get your ass whooped, I'm crying.
Yeah.
Goro keep beating me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The computer will not let you win until a certain amount of time.
Right.
You put that, you know, so it's one of them things.
The house gonna win majority of the time.
Exactly. So to me, the real problem is these gas station machines because they everywhere.
Yeah.
Every gas station we go to, 3, 4, 5 machines. And they wouldn't be there if they weren't making money.
Right. I agree.
Now, granted, how they pay out, that's not my concern. I don't really care that because that's not my business. So what's going on with them, the win ratio, what you get for winning, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter, you sit at this machine, just put dollar after dollar after dollar after, you know. Some people put 20 after 20 after 20 just for, you know, you might put $200 in the machine for 2 weeks straight, and then you win 500 one day, and you're happy.
Yeah.
You still, it don't weigh out.
Right.
It's, you know, but that's the addiction part.
Right.
You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Exactly.
So if you can go in there, you play your little $20 and you win up, it was fun, I gotta go, great.
Right.
But the problem becomes people lose their rent money.
Yeah.
Water bill, light bill, phone bill money, sitting in there.
Yeah.
Sitting in the gas station.
Yeah.
Playing these machines. And that's not a problem. You know what I mean? Now, granted, I know we kind of strayed away from what it was, the Drake RICO situation, but as far as the gambling part, I can't say they the reason why people gamble. Yeah,
I can agree on that.
I can't say that.
I can agree on that.
It's way worse things that's super legal that on the gambling side that, you know. So where's the RICO coming from with the gambling? That's what.
Yeah, so they were saying that Drake, Aiden Ross, and this guy George, they was using this tipping feature when they came to state to be able to transfer money amongst each other's within stake. That's one thing. They say you're not supposed to be doing it. That's what they're saying. And then the next thing was they're taking the proceeds together. They're taking their proceeds together and they're investing into Drake in terms of these bots to pretty much chart his music on Spotify and different streaming forms to chart his music on Spotify. And so that's why it's a civil suit in regards to a federal RICO. That's what they're saying at this time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah. The RICO situation always throw me off because I'm not too versed in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so they got to pay some money.
Yeah.
Nobody going necessarily gotta go sit down.
Yeah, it's not a criminal type charges right at this moment. Hopefully, it don't get there.
Now, knowing Drake, he finna go make an album about it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Now he gonna go make an album.
Potentially, yeah.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Well, shout out to him. I hope you make a lot of money doing it. But do the right thing, man. Quit crying about situations and then coming around and using them for your own benefit.
I agree.
Charge it to the game.
Absolutely. 100%. I agree. All right. So, yeah, Bree, we're going to move to the next topic. So, some weeks ago, 21 Savage started this movement called F the Streets.
Okay.
And pretty much he posted it on Instagram and his stories. Young Thug reposted it, I want to say, because I seen Young Thug repost it. I seen YFN and Lucci repost it. Pooh Shiesty, G Herbo. A lot of these different people posting F the Streets on Instagram. He basically started this movement basically saying F the streets.
Yeah.
It hasn't done anything but cause trauma caused a lot of, issues and stuff like that within people's families and households and things of that nature and stuff like that. So he basically saying, hey, F the streets. Now, you did have some people supporting it, and then you had some people, like Boosie, for instance, who came out and said, well, if you're going to say F the streets, you can't be talking about the streets in your music. Mm-hmm. And then also you had some people as well saying, you're saying F the streets, but some of you all started off in the streets, and that's what allowed you to get into the hip-hop business or get into rap, to take your career to those big levels, to where you are. So how can you come back and say F the streets now?
Yeah.
Right? So what are some of your thoughts, Bri, on this whole F the streets movement? What do you think?
Personally, I feel even Boosie, everybody that's really in the streets, trying to do something to get out the streets.
Yeah.
So even though Boosie make that comment, hey, shout out to Boosie. I like Boosie. I like his music, everything. But
exactly.
You don't want to be in the streets either. Nobody who really in the streets want to be in the streets.
I agree.
So for that, I commend them for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you really think, not saying I don't know them boys in their life, I know their music, you know what I mean? But I don't personally know now one of those.
Yeah.
But based off, what I know about them and how they music, boy, them boys tired of the streets.
That's basically what they're saying, the ones that are saying that.
Yeah, you get older. Everybody gonna, I pray everybody live to hit 40, 50 years old. Especially, 30? You got kids. You got a kid that's 15 years old.
Yeah.
The streets, what I mean? I don't want my little ones, doing that now. For those that were in the streets or is in the streets, you there because you gotta be. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing that you wake up and say, I love the streets.
I want to be in the streets.
Stupid.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And to me, I said this once again in another show. Real gangsters don't want to be,
Right.
This is this is what you gotta be. You know what I mean? You want peace. Real gangsters want peace.
Yeah.
They don't want to see nobody get hurt. They don't want to see children go through things.
Yeah.
You want peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you do what you do because you know you can maintain peace for people. You can put people in positions. You can change people's lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, it's not always, by the book. That's why you consider what you is.
Yeah.
But you're a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
For those type of people. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for that, I commend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
F the streets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know what it bring.
Yeah.
It bring heartache. It bring pain. It bring sadness. You know what I mean? It bring people losing to jail or dead. You know what I mean? We know that's what the streets do.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
So for somebody like 21 to say streets, who better? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who better?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love that. Hey, they jump on because that's what we should be doing. You know what I mean? And now to the music, I know. I mean, you mentioned Boosie say the music. Still talking about it. With a lot of artists, I like to hear the growth.
Yeah. Same here.
So what I can say with 21 Savage music, I hear growth.
Growth. I have too.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Not all kill. It's just. I still feel, regardless of what people may think, music is poetry.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's no different than Martin Scorsese making a movie about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And this artist just rapping about.
Yeah.
So you got to be able to separate the two. But
I agree.
It's easy for them to separate the two I'm just gonna say it. When you're the right color. They can separate the art from the realness then.
Right.
But when you're young, black or whatever, oh no, you talking the truth. We got to put you in jail for what you said about, hey man, mine's art too.
Exactly.
Mine's is just a story. Mine's is just,
Yeah.
So to me, on that level, separating the two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What he put out, how you interpret my music is not for me to, not for me. It's not my fault how you interpret my art.
I agree.
You know what I mean? My art is my art. It came from wherever it came from.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Now, if you sit down with me and I tell you where it came from, then that's a different story.
Yeah.
But if you assuming, because I'm talking about something, and you think I'm, you know, hey man, that's on you.
Yeah.
You know, did you buy the album though? That's all it matters. Did you buy the album? Did you bootleg it? Shit. If you ain't buy it, I mean, if you bootleg it, don't talk to me about nothing.
Yeah.
Go buy it. Then we can sit down and have a conversation about it.
Exactly. And to me too, like when it comes to music, you're talking about the streets. A lot of times too, a lot of artists, especially in hip hop and rap, that may have came from the streets, they're telling their story.
Yes.
Things that they experienced don't necessarily mean they're in the streets right at this moment. Might just be them telling their story, right? Their experiences of coming up in the streets don't necessarily mean they still condone the streets, if that makes sense as well, right? So that's another way we have to look at it too, I believe.
Of course, it ain't sometimes to me I feel certain artists I listen to, I don't hear them condoning it.
Yeah.
Because some artists tell both sides.
Right.
You feel me?
Exactly.
It is both two sides.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It is, you know. And let's just be real. Everybody in the streets ain't really making a lot of money. They
That's
just
true.
surviving.
That's true.
You feel me?
That's
you got
true.
a small percent of people that's really out here making money like that can change, you know.
Exactly.
But most people in the streets, well, you're there because you gotta be.
Yeah.
You folks won't hire you.
Yeah.
You got a family, you got things to take care of, responsibilities.
Yeah.
So taking these penitentiary chances is how you see to get by. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At that time, yeah.
And a lot of sometimes we still do have I feel a lack of education. You know, I think education, you know, not saying go to college and you're gonna necessarily be something, but just from the education standpoint of knowing your options.
Yeah.
And being able to have options.
Right.
Some people don't even have options, in my opinion.
Right.
You know, and to that's why they're, you know, in that position now. I don't look down on them for that, but they don't want to be there. If they can do anything else, I know they would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Absolutely.
That's what I feel on that.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay. Well, that's what we have to say in regards to 21 Savage and the F the Streets movement. So let's go ahead and move to the next topic, Bri. Let's talk about social media detox.
Social media detox.
Social media detox.
Hey, I think it's needed.
Okay.
I think it's needed. What about social media detox? You did a social media detox before?
Yeah, I have. Where pretty much, I mean, even to this day, I only have my social media apps on my business phone. I have 2 phone lines. So a lot of times when I don't have my business phone on, I don't go on social media anyway. But it's been times as well where I may have went on a 30-day quote unquote fast from social media where I just delete the apps, period, off of even my business phone. And pretty much I don't log into social media for 30 days. I just step away from it, you know, focus on getting myself intact spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know, physically, of course, staying in the gym, and of course financially, right? Because, you know, I still know how to generate business primarily even without social media, right? So that's what I would say in regards to it, yeah.
With me, pretty similar with social media. I only use it for business. I love the free marketing aspect of it.
Right.
And so to that, but I am guilty. I might go check my social media for some business.
Yeah.
And now I'm scrolling.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Yep.
And it's like, damn, 10 minutes go by. I mean, I'm far from what I was supposed to be doing.
Going down that rabbit hole.
Wasted 10 minutes.
Yep, down the rabbit hole, yep.
Now, granted, my algorithm ain't all messed up, so the things that do come across my social media are things that I'm interested in.
Right.
So it's not necessarily, you know, I feel I'm wasting time.
Yeah.
You know, I feel either you're a consumer or you're a creator or consumer. You can't be two. Can't be both of them. You one or the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So either you putting out something positive or whatever. I say positive because I feel what I put out for the people is positive. Either you putting out something positive for the people or you taking in something positive from the people.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
In this day and age, you're gonna be one or the other.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is just where we at now.
Yeah.
Funny story. I was sitting in the little, waiting for some people one day, and I was sitting in the lobby. It was like 10 people, and just so happened this day, I'm just looking around, 10 adults. Just looking at everybody. Everybody.
On the phone.
Everybody
looking in the phone,
like
facing the screen.
You know what I mean? Everybody, and it's like, and it hit me like, now just so happened, my phone was probably in my pocket or something, but I'm like, damn. And I'm thinking like everybody looking at something different. It was an Asian man, an Indian lady, you know, a black lady, a black dude. Yeah, I'm like, I know everybody looking at something. Everybody not looking at the same thing. Yeah. So to me, how I took that was everybody consuming something different. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody interest is somewhere else. I don't know these people. I can't say they not looking at the same thing. Right. But everybody, to me, if I just got to put it in a nutshell, we all not looking at the same thing at one time. You know what I mean? Probably, if you got a friend group, we probably come across the same post or something. Right. But if saying we looking at the same thing at the same time, no, because it's too much. You got the YouTubes. Yeah. You got the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok. Right. And everybody is doing, what they're interested in. You know what I mean? Whatever that may be. Yeah. And it just hit me like, man, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, I see that all the time too. Yeah. When I go to different places, I just look around and observe everybody head these days is in the screen continuously. Yeah. Right? I mean, to this day, Bri, at times, man, it's hard for you to even sit down and have conversations with people without them constantly looking in the phone, or going out to eat with somebody or something like that without them constantly having to look at their phone and stuff like that. It's difficult these days when it comes to that. Yeah, it can become definitely addicted. Yes. It is addiction. For people. It is. Yeah. I personally feel it is. Yeah. It's a dopamine hit for a lot of people. For one, going down the rabbit holes, whatever the algorithm is feeding them. Then also posting on social media a lot. You get a lot of dopamine for people liking, commenting, potentially sharing on your content or whatever your post is. So I think a lot of that as well leads to the addictive behavior. And I do want to say this. I know I said that I know how to generate business via social media and I run a digital marketing agency. What I mean by that is it's been times in my business where I can step away from social media and I have a team that still handles social media, right? While I'm off of it. So I still can generate leads in business while I'm off of the platform, myself personally, right? So that's what I meant. I'm not saying in today's time you don't need social media to grow a business. I run a digital marketing agency. You do need social media to grow your business in 2026. I'm just saying that I have ways of putting people in place to do certain things. It's called leverage, Claiming your time. Right, exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. So that's what I did want to put out there with that. Yeah. But Bri, I know you've taken some time off social media, so how's it been for you? Yes, I actually been off social media about almost 60 days now. And for me, this is my first time ever doing it. That's why it's so funny to me. Yeah. And I can't lie. Day 2, I felt that. I was like, oh, I got nothing to check. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because I'm not even looking to respond to nothing right now for that. Yeah. And granted, for me, a lot of growth been going on with me at that time. I must say. Okay. I like it. Yeah. And that, you know what I mean? Yeah. But I do know I can't not go back to it because I feel my message, social media helps spread what I'm doing. Right. You know what I mean? Exactly. And what I'm growing and, things that I'm helping people with, the information I'm pushing out. Yeah. That's the easiest way and it's needed. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to a degree, I feel like I be doing people an injustice by not being on there. But then that's how I felt at times too. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then for me, I look at it also like I'm on some take care of me shit right now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get my mental straight in. Right. Now granted, it's been well. Yeah. Life been great. Yeah. To even allow me to take this little break. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to that is like I'm thankful for that. Yeah. And itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's great stuff.
it's planning. You know what I mean? And of course, you know with the marketing and you know with your company, like
Right.
all this stuff is not just off a whim. All everything is calculated.
Exactly. Yep. Strategic.
So so when I step back on it, you know what I mean?
Yep. There you go.
That's what it is.
Yep. For sure.
That social media detox is definitely needed, and
Yeah.
it also made me think about how you can get caught in so many different platforms. TikTok, Instagram,
Facebook, yep.
And for me, what I was doing, I got DMs in all of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm hitting the TikTok, responding to comments.
Mm-hmm.
Now I hit the Instagram, doing that. Now I'm on the Facebook.
Yeah.
Then I'm looking at Facebook calls and then all these things. So then I also have, I prefer to use a link. I have a link that I like to push out. So I tell people, please don't hit me there. But if you do, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Use the link.
Yeah.
Schedule a
Schedule
time.
it in.
Let's work
Time
that
to
way.
talk.
That
Yeah.
way I can give you my full undivided.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you
Same
know
way.
how it is.
Yeah.
People still ain't.
Yeah.
Comes how it comes.
Exactly. Still go DM me. Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is. Don't stop doing it. I'm gonna still respond, but do it the right.
Right.
Do it the way that I got for you. I promise it work better if you do it that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So, Bri, we're going to get into our next topic of what it takes to become a black billionaire based off of us watching different black billionaires become billionaires.
Yeah.
Right? So, let's dive into it.
So, what I can say, I know Jay-Z's a black billionaire.
Right.
I know one guy, he got a media company. I think he's a black billionaire. That's that guy. And I don't know many.
Yeah.
I don't know many.
Well, like you said, Jay-Z, guy that owns the media company, as well as Tyler Perry.
Oh, Tyler Perry billionaire?
Yeah.
Shout out to
Oprah Winfrey.
Shout out to Oprah.
As well as Michael Jordan.
Shout out to
Michael Jordan's a billionaire. LeBron James. As well as a guy that's not in entertainment. His name is Robert Smith. And he actually is in private equity.
Private equity.
Yeah, he's in private equity. And he's a multi-billionaire. Matter of fact, he actually helped pay a lot of the Morehouse college students student loans some years ago. One of the graduating class, he paid all their student loans, right? Yeah. So yeah, he's one that's not necessarily entertainment.
Yeah. That's what I was just thinking too. When I think about black, all those people that you just named.
Yeah.
Brian, Oprah.
Yeah.
Jordan.
I want to say Kanye became back one
because
he had.
Him in there.
Yeah.
Let's throw him in there. We'll throw him in there too.
Yeah.
When I think about black billionaires, unfortunately, what I've seen, everybody came through in a form of entertainment.
Yeah.
Which is
and Beyonce, by the way, just became.
Shout out to Beyonce.
Yeah, Beyonce just became a billionaire. Absolutely, and that's entertainment too.
You feel me? So when I see it, no shot at it.
Right.
I love whatever it takes to get to where you going or trying to go. Do your thing.
Right.
But what I see is a lot of black billionaires, we come through the entertainment route, some shape, form, or fashion. You know what I mean? You're not saying negative or positive. It's just that's what I see a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'ma say it. I'ma say it, G.
Okay.
If the white folks don't love you, you know what I mean? They ain't gonna put you there.
Okay.
That's just, you know what I mean?
Okay.
On that entertainment side. But you did mention this other black billionaire in private equity.
Right.
And when I think about a lot of there's so many white people that's billionaires that I did not even, I'm like, that's a billionaire. That's a billionaire.
Yeah.
And you don't even know these folks' names.
Yeah.
All of our billionaires, we know their names.
Yeah.
We know their life.
Right.
We know their kids is. We know so much about them.
Yeah.
But the Caucasian billionaires, we don't know nothing about these guys.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Right.
Why you think that is? Yeah, why you think
I would say because a lot of us blacks, don't per se get into the industries that are not deemed as popular. I mean, because for one, you have a lot of billionaires that have created hedge funds that are white, right? Or they're in private equity, right? Or they become billionaires off of being in the stock market, things of that nature, right? We don't have many blacks that do that. As well as, I mean, we have more black representation in entrepreneurship now than we did some years ago. But I think we still got some ways to go. We still need more black entrepreneurs that actually can create, right? When it comes to different products and services.
Yeah.
You know, and not just create them, having real great products and services, right?
Really
and being innovative, being outside the box, right? Not necessarily doing what everybody else is doing or doing what we deem as popular within the culture, right? Being more outside the box. That's what I would say, you know, when I really look at it.
I do feel sometimes with black culture, we have better, our intentions are better, but the opportunity, you know what I mean? The opportunity to a certain group of the masses don't always be there for us unless we are in the entertainment space where people already know who we are and how we do business. You know what I mean? I don't feel that it's always a fair shake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, granted, we from Atlanta.
Right.
Plenty of black millionaires.
Millionaires, absolutely.
This is a, you know,
Yeah.
and for us, what I do love being from this city, we got to see black people really doing their thing.
Right. I
Growing
agree.
up, you know, I was speaking with someone, and they mentioned they was in another state.
Yeah.
It don't matter, Kentucky.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, it's not a lot of black businesses up here. And for me, growing up in Atlanta, it ain't nothing for me to. A lot of times, I only mess with black businesses.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I don't really want to mess with nothing else.
For sure.
But black businesses.
Yeah.
You know. But now, so that's that for me. But I'm like, wow, why? It baffled me.
Yeah.
Because I know how we do here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Black people do everything in Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can live your whole life and only mess with black business if you choose to. I mean, outside of grocery stores maybe. But even with that, you got black-owned, local grocery stores, farmer markets, and things like that, which is amazing. You know what I mean?
I agree, 100%.
You got black doctors you go to.
Yeah.
You got black dentists.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's doing their thing.
Yeah.
Black business coaches. You know, you got every aspect of business or just in your life general that you want to do. To me, in Atlanta, you got that here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And don't have to go to someone if you don't choose to. You got a choice.
Right.
And a lot of states, they don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because probably they don't get, not saying they don't get the support from their people in their state, but it might just not be enough support.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To take your business where you're trying to take it.
Right.
You might be doing great. You know, like good in the sense of helping everybody you can.
Yeah.
But sometimes to take your business to where you're trying to take it to, you know, it's not enough support for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And something I seen recently, black farmers. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of black farmers. And to me, I think the black farmers fall under the same category as the black entrepreneurs.
Right.
You know? And what I did not know, what I you know recently found out was a lot of those black farmers, when it come to, you know, when it come to help from the government, they don't get. They do not get.
No assistance.
But a lot of the Caucasian farmers, if they don't get the government assistance, they like, well, why, you know, why? What y'all mean I can't get my assistance from the government with my farm?
Yeah.
And a lot of the black farmers don't get it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I seen that. I have to go in deeper on that another day.
Right.
But just on that small scale.
Yeah.
On that, because that's big. You know what I mean? You know, farming. Because that's what feeds us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, just...
Yeah. I mean, I can't say, you know, at times, you know, Caucasians having a little bit more privilege as well can be why a lot more of them get to that billionaire status as well. The wealth gap as well, right? A lot of that has to do with, of course, blacks being enslaved for hundreds of years and stuff like that with free labor and things of that nature, making Caucasians extremely rich and wealthy over time. So I can say those factors as well. At times a little bit of discrimination, maybe when it comes to, like you say, assistance from government in that sense. Not saying we just rely on the government, but in that sense. As well to access to capital from banks and things of that nature. Sometimes black entrepreneurs and business owners don't get the same type of opportunities. So I can definitely throw that in there as well outside of the other stuff that I spoke on. I would say that too. So I would say as well, Bri, is a lot of times black entrepreneurs, business owners just don't have the access to capital when it comes to getting funded from banks and things of that nature as other groups. Yeah. Right? So that as well, those as well could be some of the factors that play into as well why it's not more black billionaires.
Yeah. Now speaking of that, access to capital. Maybe a little off topic, but it did strike me what you're saying that. I've seen, I've dived deep and I've dived hard with business and access to capital on that front through SBA, through with your business, and I see so many things online or so many people that when it comes to business they say, yeah, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna get a business loan. It's like, you really think you're gonna start a business Monday?
Nah.
These folks gonna give you $100,000 on Tuesday? Nah. That's one of the biggest misconceptions that I think people have when it comes to business.
Yeah, I agree. No, I agree.
And I don't think it's fair that people put it out there like that's how it's gonna be.
Right, nah.
You know what I mean? Now, myself personally, I took maybe 2 years studying business capital. And, not saying I don't even tell people that I can help them do it. I needed to figure it out for myself, how this worked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Spending the money with Duns and Bradstreet to figure, okay, this is how business credit works.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Understanding that the world really work off of business credit.
Exactly.
Walmart is the biggest holder of business credit. Walmart not going out here buying all these products that fill their stores.
Right.
They know that they sell 100 things of Charmin tissue every week. So when I put that order in, I'm putting in 100 orders of Charmin. I'm gonna pay y'all in 60 days.
Right.
Net 30.
Right.
Net 60.
Exactly.
Net 90.
Yep.
That's better than what you think you're trying to get in $100,000 in or $1 million in a loan.
Right.
You don't. To me,
Yeah.
I don't even want the loan.
Right.
Give me the net 90.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me the net 120.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Absolutely.
And you don't even really know that until you start, doing your research on that.
Right.
So to me, seeing a lot of the how I roll with business capital,
Yeah.
I would much rather, take, that route. And
Those nets.
yeah, those nets. Give me a net.
Yeah.
Give me a net.
Yeah.
I got you.
Absolutely.
I'll pay you back in 90 days.
Yeah.
I'll pay you back in 3 months.
Yeah.
Promise I have it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's what's when it comes to that.
Okay.
And I think that part is, understanding that is what also helps you to become successful, depending on what you're trying to do, it helps you become to that billionaire status.
Yeah.
Just understanding that little bitty fact right there.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can have a great business, but your business can grow way better with a net 90, net 60. You know what I mean? And even on a small scale, what people probably don't even know, a lot of just in the trucking industry, they use net 10s. Them boys get paid probably weekly or
right.
when they load.
Yeah.
You need a net 10 to float you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
On that gas route. So those type topics that I feel are not spoke about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they come to business.
Yeah.
Hey.
I agree with you. 100%, Bri.
But black billionaires.
Yes.
Not to leave that yet, because I don't want to leave that yet.
Okay.
I do feel as blacks when we are approaching that billionaire status, I do feel also your lawyers got to be on deck.
Okay.
Your lawyers got to be on play.
Okay.
I feel personally, you're not ready to be a millionaire if you scared of some court stuff.
I agree.
People come at you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Lawsuits and things
and things like that. Not saying you did anything.
Right.
It could just be a misunderstanding. It could be somebody trademark. It's a lot of different things when it comes to that.
For sure.
Becoming a millionaire.
For sure.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of things. So I feel it. I said this a while ago because I went through a law situation, and it was like, wow, never thought I'd be having to sue somebody. You know what I mean? I never sued nobody in my life, but I'm in the law. I gotta sue somebody for something.
Yeah, I've had to do the same thing.
Bro, you not ready to be a millionaire until you comfortable stepping in the courtroom about what's right.
Yep.
That's just what it is.
Yep.
Now I don't know. I'm getting locked up for something. But we way past that.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
You did wrong.
Yeah.
You breached the contract.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You didn't fulfill a contract.
Exactly.
And you thinking I'm just gonna let this ride?
Right.
No, we're gonna go to court.
Court about it. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Now, it hurts because now I gotta spend money for this lawsuit and all this. Man.
Yeah.
You ain't ready to be a millionaire if you scared to spend $5,000 with a lawyer.
I agree.
You feel me?
I agree.
$10,000 with a lawyer.
I agree.
To get your business right.
Right.
You're not ready for that.
Right.
So that's what I encourage people. That's what I can say.
Yeah.
If you get yourself together, get your business together.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
These contracts are contracts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're scared of that, stay where you at.
I agree.
Don't come into that. Don't go in there.
Absolutely.
There's a lot of sharks.
Yeah.
Sharks, gators, you feel me?
Yeah.
If you're scared to swim with them, stay out the water.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I say to that.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And not saying you can't do it, but just know what you're going to be dealing with.
Right.
If that's where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I agree. 100% everything you're saying, Bri. I agree. Yeah. Investing in yourself is crucial when it comes to entrepreneurship and business. I talk to entrepreneurs and business owners all the time. I've done thousands now of calls of entrepreneurs and business owners over the years. Of course, running the agency, being a coach and a consultant myself over the years and stuff. And I can tell you, I always tell them, hey, listen, if you're not really prepared to invest in yourself, you can't expect others to invest in you, right? Whether that's time, financial resources, etc. If you're not willing to invest in yourself and you're not ready to go to the bigger levels. Right? If you want to make 6 figures in a year, you need to be ready to invest at least a minimum $10,000 a year into your business. $1 million, potentially over 6 figures in a year, and so on and so on. Right? If you're not really ready for that, then you're not ready for those levels. Right? And that's okay, but you just gotta get your mindset right and just understand more about business and how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I can say is what I'm so grateful for is in business.
Yeah.
Having you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With your background.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
I know what you got. I know what you got under your belt.
Yeah.
They don't know what you got under your belt. I know what you got under your belt.
Yeah.
So for me, you know how great it is. Is. Be able to call you on some on this business note like this is la la la.
Yep.
And you got the answer for me.
Right.
That's what you know what I mean. My best friend is a business marketing major. Like, come on.
Yeah.
How can I lose?
Yeah.
You feel me? And
for
vice
sure.
versa, you know what
Absolutely.
I do. You know
Exactly.
What I mean? So
Absolutely.
that flow.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
It's a W.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
It put a lot of ease in it. So to that, connect with the right people.
There you go.
Connecting with the right people is very important. It's a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of snakes out there.
Sure is.
Connecting with the right people is very important because
Yeah.
if you're scared to even just take a loss,
Right.
you ain't ready.
You ain't ready. Exactly.
ready. You know
Absolutely
what I mean?
not. You really not.
You ain't ready.
You really not.
And not saying you gotta take a loss.
Right.
But if you're not prepared for it, you're not going to, you're not built for this yet.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's that. Shout out to all the black billionaires. Shout out to Beyonce,
Absolutely.
Oprah, Jordan, Bron.
Right.
What's your boy name again? Private Equity.
Private Equity, Robert Smith.
Robert Smith. Shout out to Robert Smith.
Absolutely.
Hey.
Tyler Perry. All of them billionaires. Jay-Z. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely. For sure. Okay. Well, with that said, Bri, we're going to move on to the next topic.
Let's go.
Yep. So let's talk about the old Atlanta, Bri.
Old Atlanta.
The old Atlanta, right?
Old Atlanta.
And this is a great conversation to have because I'm going to tell you, Atlanta has changed.
Yes.
It has changed over the years, Bri. And of course, me and you both grew up, here, Decatur, Atlanta, both sides. And it's different now.
It is.
It's definitely different. It's a lot of out-of-towners who moved here now and stuff. And at times I even have conversations with some of them. And I have to let them know, like, the Atlanta you see today is not the Atlanta it was some years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's a different Atlanta. Let's talk a little bit about that, man. The old Atlanta that's coming up here in Atlanta, Bri. Maybe some of the differences between when we was growing up here in the city versus what we see now.
So what I can say about the old Atlanta, just on the surface, a lot of the gentrification.
Okay.
A lot of the gentrified areas, those were, those areas.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I see areas that's gentrified now, that I see people walking dogs and people jogging. I would have never went there.
No.
You don't do that.
Absolutely
over
not.
there.
Absolutely
what I
not.
mean?
Absolutely
It just
not.
was what it was.
Yeah. For sure.
Not saying I'm scared or nothing.
Yeah.
But why? I'm not doing that over there.
Right.
You know
right.
what I mean?
No, I've seen that too in certain areas. Yeah.
And seeing a lot. It's so much construction going on. What I've seen, even just in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I watched the neighborhood get built.
Yeah, they building apartments and condos and houses everywhere. Yeah.
So seeing that, looking at our nightlife.
Exactly.
The nightlife.
That's definitely changed.
Yeah. Nightlife to me, I'm gonna say older, and I'm gonna go back 15, 20.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Now, hey, if you ain't that age, hey, it is what it is. But I'm gonna go back 15, 20.
Yeah.
To the early 2000s, 2003, 5, 4.
Okay.
Yeah. The city was definitely different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
It was definitely different.
For sure.
It was to me at that time. You didn't have to worry about. Maybe some people did, but you didn't have to worry about not making it home.
I agree.
Now you might get drunk and get locked up on some DUI stuff. Mm-hmm. You might get into a fight and get,
Right.
But you wasn't gonna not be here the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can fight it out.
Right, yeah.
We can fight
Back
it
then,
out.
that's what it was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can fight it out.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'd have had a homeboy I went to the spot with. I know he wild on some dumb stuff. Not saying, hey, now granted, this ain't happening all the time. Mm-hmm. But I had a homeboy, he wilding, bucking on everybody in the spot. Mm-hmm. He bucking on somebody, he got into a fight with one dude and that dude beat him up. Mm. We didn't jump in.
Yeah.
We deep.
Yeah.
We didn't, hey, it happened.
Yeah.
Come have a seat, let you drink some beer, and chill out.
Yeah.
It's over with.
Yeah.
You done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You mad? You know what I mean? Go to the car.
Yeah.
We not finna nobody because you got beat up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nobody finna lose their life
exactly
because you got into an altercation.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you was in the wrong.
Right.
Not saying you feel me.
Yeah.
But those type of situations, I feel now maybe, age, of course, and with you, with your lane, you was knee deep in the street, neck deep in the streets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At times where I fell back like, gee, I ain't doing that. You out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You at every club.
Oh yeah.
every party.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Dealing with all different type of people. So
Yeah.
You give me some on that, because you was out there like that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at, like you said, the early 2000s, around that time, well, I was still in high school. But we started off going to like the teen clubs. Yeah, we started off going to the teen clubs, primarily in high school.
We been partying since.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be quite frank with you, during that time, it was the crunk era.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know, you had Lil Jon with all this crunk music and, you know what I mean? 3 6 as well, you know what I mean? Pastor Troy, you had a lot of that type music at that time. So, yeah, you be in the club, throwing bowls on each other. Next thing you know, fights breaking out and stuff like that, you know. And I ran with, of course, at that time, we had a crew, you know. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, we got in some scuffles and stuff like that, even in the team clubs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it never, like you said, resorted to
somebody losing their life.
Right, never.
Yes.
Never. I can't think of one case.
Yes.
Right? It was just a scuffle, we move on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's really what it was. And, you know, outside of that too, Bree, you know, we're looking to get on the girls too. You know, that's another thing.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
That was another thing.
Glad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would say that. But even outside of that, Bree, of course, you know, I got into the club promotion situation later on. And even then, man, like the clubs I promoted, like Scores and stuff like that, and Echelon 3000s and Secrets and the Exotic Dance clubs, even those spots, man, it was all good fun, though. You know what I mean? We go and listen to good music. You may have your drinks. We may pop some bottles or whatever. Like I say, hollering at the ladies and stuff like that. You know, every now and then, it might be a slight altercation. It may be a sports bar or something like that that I was promoting. But it never, like I said, resorted to no major violence for the spots that I was promoting. You know what I mean? During that time.
Yeah.
You know? That's what I would literally say, man. And it was, like I say, real good fun. I hear it now, and I don't even go out like that as much these days. But I hear now, you know, you go into some of these same spots. And what I mean by same spots, it might be like sports bars. I'm not saying the same exact spots I was promoting. But like sports bars or lounges and stuff here in the city now, they say everybody just standing around looking at their phone, you know? Yeah, which is we talked about earlier in this episode, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not really the congregating, having the conversations, having drinks together, you know, hollering at the ladies or whatever. It's not really that. It's just sitting around looking at the phone.
Doing it for the gram.
Right, exactly. You know what I mean? It's a different day and age now than back then. And I say this too, Bree. It was, and this is something I had a conversation with some other people on. It's not as much to do in the city like it was years ago. I mean, I remember at one time when I was promoting clubs, Bree, it was a spot to go to every night in the city that was known. Monday through Sunday, it was a spot. At one time, I was promoting clubs almost 6 or 7 days a week. I had a different club every single night, and all of them was hidden. You see what I'm saying? It was that type of vibe. I don't see that now. You see what I'm saying, in the city. We used to have the $2 Tuesdays, the $3 Thursdays at certain spots. You know what I'm saying? $5 Friday, whatever it was. You know what I mean? Scores had the big $2 Saturdays, all that. You see what I'm saying? I don't see that no more like in the city now. You know what I mean? You know, and here's the thing, you know, we all adults. Hey, if you're gonna step out, you gotta have your money right, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, you know, I done been in some lounges downtown over the last few years. You know, I ordered a drink from the bar. I'm thinking I'm down in South Beach in Miami or something, the way they price it. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that wasn't the way the city was years ago. You see what I'm saying?
You can have a good time with $20.
Exactly.
You can have a good time with $20.
Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's just way different now. It's just way different. You know what I mean? So there's some of the things that I've seen that have kind of changed in the city, you know what I mean, with the nightlife side of things.
Yeah, that part, man, speaking of that, the nightlife aspect of it, you talking about you go to a spot, $20 to park. Right. You feel me? Think about I remember when Buckhead, it didn't cost to park. Right. When we was I was too young to even be in Buckhead. I'm 16, 17. I just pull up down there. We just walking the strip.
Yeah. I remember them
It
days.
costs nothing to walk the strip.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm trying to catch me a 21-year-old.
Exactly.
But we was just walking the strip.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost us nothing.
I agree. I remember.
Now, boy, you pull up down there, $25.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Exactly.
Man, and then now, that's just that. Now, let's say a spot. $20 a part. $20, $30 to get in.
Yep.
The drinks.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Say me and you.
Right.
They're going to kick it out on some cool shit.
Right.
Your drink, my drink.
Yeah.
We already at $20 right there.
Yeah.
And we just had one drink.
Right.
We ain't even,
Exactly.
we ain't feeling this shit.
Exactly.
So, yeah. We can do 3, 4. You know what I mean? It's cool.
Exactly.
But these are $400 nights.
Right.
Who want to do a $400 night?
Exactly. Just to have a good time.
Just have a good time.
Yeah.
That and I mean it is what it is.
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm gonna say this, Bree, even on my end, something else I speak on nightlife wise, that's different. You know, from me being the club promoter side of things, that I see that's different now is not as many major artists that come through spots in the city no more. Like when I was promoting clubs,
You're right. You had
it was
everybody through.
all the artists would come through the different spots. You know what I'm saying? It's not that way no more because a lot of these artists charge a lot more now than back when. Yeah, back when I was in the business and stuff. So that's something I say that's changed too. You see what I'm saying? You could be in any spot in Atlanta, you see a well-known somebody coming through that night, even if they're not performing, even if they're just gonna come through. You see what I'm saying? It's different now. You don't see that
I remember,
as much.
bro. I remember. One day, I think you had Platinum 21.
Yeah.
And you were like, Bree, come on down here, mess with me. Bro, you had Gangsta Boo in there.
Yeah.
You know how much I love Gangsta Boo?
Yeah.
Gangsta Boo is my #1 top female artist.
Absolutely, same here.
When I went in there, you was like, hey, Bree, come over and come meet Boo.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like, nigga.
Yeah.
Gangsta Boo.
Gangsta Boo, man. Hey, that was my people, man.
Man, that was
definitely
for me. Out of all the parties you did, and all the people, hey, shout out to them, but Gangsta Boo was the one for me when you know what I mean? She came over, had a drink with us, had a great time. I'm like,
I built a relationship with Gangsta Boo, and what's crazy is, man, I was a fan of Gangsta Boo. So when I built a relationship with her, it was crazy. Like we would talk on the cell phone, on phone to each other at times and stuff, especially because she came through and did some shows at some of the events I did. So it was like, dang, I'm talking to Gangsta Boo now. I'm building a relationship with Gangsta. You know what I mean?
13, 14 years old.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
Hey,
that was big.
That was one for that was just one of many.
Absolutely, many.
Man.
But that's just to say, Bree, like we say, they would just come people that were well known would just come through the spots. You don't really see that as much these days. I don't hear about it. I'm not out there as much, but I don't even hear about it at all. You know what I mean? So I'd say that's one of the differences too in nightlife. Yeah. But any other thing, Bree, you would say with Atlanta that might be different now than when we were coming up. And I want to say this, Brown, before you hold that thought 1 second. One thing I say too in terms of sports, baseball, this is what I've heard. Like I said, I got to go back and check things out myself. As a matter of fact, I plan on doing it this spring, man. I'd like to go back and pop up at Shoals Creek or something. But I hear that, especially a lot of black kids are not participating in baseball as much. When we was coming up, see what I'm saying? It was a lot of black kids. We was playing baseball. You see what I'm saying? I know football and basketball has always been the most popular within the black community, but it was a lot of black kids too playing baseball. I've heard that changed. I even heard Hank Aaron, before he passed away, he was trying to do something about that here in the city of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So that's something. I don't know if you've heard anything about that. I know you coach yourself. You know what I mean? Have you heard anything different with sports? Like the youngins coming up in sports here in the city of Atlanta versus when we was coming up? You ain't heard nothing on that or seen anything with that?
No, I ain't heard. I can't say I heard too much with it because I can't lie. I don't follow it too much. However, what I do feel, what I see, I do see that it is a lot of great young black athletes out here.
Yeah.
That do play baseball. My boy Stantrell. Stantrell. I bumped into him a couple weeks ago.
Okay. Stantrell went pro, man.
He do baseball. I think he's a hitting coach.
Okay.
So I know he's doing that.
Yep.
And so when it comes to baseball, I think how can I say this? What you know as well, baseball was my passion.
Yeah.
As a kid, up until about 14 when I started wrestling. But baseball was I was gonna play for the Braves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was good enough to play for the.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's not. I just didn't keep going. However, my opinion back then with baseball, how dedicated we were to it, and at our age, I'm just gonna go back a little bit. We started at 6. You know what I mean? So we 9, 10 years old, 11 years old. We were really good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
We had some great coaches. Coach Wallace, Coach Bird. All these guys. Like we had undefeated teams.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like they taught us the game.
Right.
And then our baseball IQ for our age was off the charts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You cannot deny our baseball IQ. We run a double plays, triple plays.
Yep.
This is normal.
Yep.
If we don't do it, we like, bro, why you know what you're supposed to,
Right.
So those type things like, studying the game.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And maybe, because the younger guys that play now, their parents are our age. And they probably played during the time when we played. So, like, when it comes to sports, I think where a lot of people sleep on is what we know. You know what I mean? Like, for me, my kids, amazing at sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I don't even think they know how or why, but your daddy was one of them ones.
Yeah,
you know
for sure.
So,
100%.
My daughter, for instance,
go
hard at soccer. My son, these do, you know what I mean? They all-stars every season. And when I think myself, when I was a kid, what I was an all-star every season. So when I see them doing these things, it put me in a space of like, it's in you.
Yeah.
You feel me? I know you're going to be all-star because it's in you. You know what I mean? You show out and it's not a, that's what you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I think parents our age that was something I thought about. Parents our age that had kids in sports, because a lot of us we was really, really good in these sports, but the opportunity wasn't there. So we didn't continue to move forward. We just fall back. Yeah. And we have our seeds, but we can guide our seeds into, hey, I promise you, if you do this and you do that, watch what happens. You know what I mean? So I think we got a lot of really, really solid young athletes. I say kids, Yeah. When I say kids, I'm saying between maybe like 8 to 18. You got a lot of parents that can really guide their kids into really, really promising and good sports careers. Because they've been there. Yeah. It's just the opportunity wasn't there.
Yeah. And what I would say to that, man, even just going back to the baseball situation, when you're talking about the opportunity, I went to high school with a guy that was actually a great friend of mine, and to this day, I mean, we haven't talked in a little while, but maybe about 2-3 years ago, we were still talking and stuff on an ongoing basis. My friend named Chris Nelson, he went to Snapfinger with me, and he played out in Riverdale, right? But he went to Snapfinger, right? And his dad actually coached the team, the Riverdale Indians, and they were a traveling team. They played all year round. You see what I'm saying? All year round. Like, he literally used to have to miss classes at school to go travel for baseball, and we in the 7th grade. You see what I'm saying? And then we go to high school. He went on to Redan. He made varsity 8th grade year. You see what I'm saying? At Redan High School, played there for his 5 years. of being, with Rita in high school, and then he got a scholarship offer to UGA, declined it, went to the minor leagues, then he got drafted into pro baseball. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it started from that year-round grind as a kid. You see what I'm saying? The opportunities. He used to actually want me to come out there and play on his dad's team. You see what I'm saying? But I stayed at Shoal Creek. Yeah. So that's what we talk about, the opportunities, what you're talking about. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's big. We didn't necessarily have a traveling team for all year round. We eventually got to a place where we was playing other parts, but we didn't play all year round baseball. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, so like with that's how we even know that those things are possible, because you, as a kid, had a friend who dad,
Exactly.
So for us now, we know that we can do these things. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Right.
We know that, hey, I do it.
Yeah.
If I don't want to do it, I know how to do it. We can, technology.
Yeah.
We can do more things now.
Right.
So So when they come down to these sports, it's, how can I say that? Probably not, I would say, the ones that love the sport when they come to baseball. Yeah. The ones that want to do it and the parents that's in position, they going to get where they trying to go.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But, for the things that we don't see, some kids just want to have fun. Yeah. And some kids want to win championships.
Right.
That's the difference.
Exactly.
Some kids want to have fun. Yep. And some kids want to win championships. That's just what it is. Yep. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Some want to be the best.
Yep.
And some just want to participate.
Yep.
And it's cool. Whichever way you choose to go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as you get an opportunity to do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. And there we go.
Hey.
Great podcast episode, another one. Absolutely, for sure, man. Always a great episode and great pleasure sending out my brother Bri, Rise Media. And if you got something out of this episode, you love this episode, make sure you hit the like button. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell, okay? Also, drop any comments in the comment section. Right? Anything you took away from this particular podcast episode, join in on the conversation. We'd love to hear your feedback. Whether you agree with us, disagree with us, whatever, we'd love to hear your feedback. Drop any comments in the comment section. Feel free to share this around with anyone else you feel could benefit. Also, as well, we are on Apple and Spotify. Look up the Rise of the 1%. If you get your podcast over there, we over there too. Give us a 5-star rating as well. And Bri, how can they connect with you if they want to connect with you in any form or fashion?
Most definitely. We're going to drop the phone number right here.
Yep.
Right here.
Yep.
So you want to reach out to me, anything about real estate, any questions, anything, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm here for you.
There you go.
And one more thing. Mm-hmm. I want to bring out two of the young EPs that we have on messing with us today. Can y'all come up here so we can just show them right quick?
Absolutely.
So we have Cairo here.
Cairo.
And we have Alicia here.
Alicia, yes.
They helped us great with EPing today.
There you go.
Watch for them in the future.
Absolutely.
Young soccer star.
For sure.
You're going to see them soon.
I love it. Yep, we appreciate you all. Appreciate Alicia and Cairo. Definitely. Great job. All right. With that said, we'll see you on the next Rise of the 1% podcast episode. Have a great one on purpose.
All right.
Hello, this is G Bass, Rise of the 1%, Rise Media. We on this Saturday evening about to get ready to knock out some podcast episodes with some individuals here in the city of Atlanta making some big moves. You can see here, look, this is how it goes down. Here when our guests come and sit down with myself, G Bass, other Rise of the 1% of Rise Media, to have that conversation. To share the story, share the journey, share what you got going on. So listen, everybody got a story, everybody got a journey, and then you got some things going on, then you definitely can get with us and see them. It'll be a fit to be on the Rise of 1% podcast and actually have that discussion with myself. It's going to be a link to a form for you to fill out. You said www.theriseof1%.com/pod form. Again, www.theriseof1%.com/pod form. It's going to be in this video. You can fill that out. And we can see if there'll be a fit for you to come on and have that conversation with myself. If you don't fill out the form, then obviously it's not for you, and that's fine. We're looking for those that's serious. Those that's serious about rising to the top 1% are already in the 1%. That's what we're looking to sit down with myself right here. As you can see, Rise Media, rise to the 1%. This is how we get down. We have a great time and have a lot of fun doing it. So once again, if you're serious, make sure you fill out the form. We'll look over the form, see if it's a fit. If it's a fit, we'll reach out. If not, we won't reach out. We'll just continue to move forward. But with that said, this is G Bass. See you soon. Have a great one on purpose.